Now I'm going to show the proper way to set the dwell on an eXTCy marker, as well as a comparison between an eXTCy with upgrades installed like a QEV and firebolt versus a standard gun with all stock parts. There are several advantages to adjusting the dwell on an eXTCy marker, depending on the gas source you're using, as well as any aftermarket accessories or parts that you've installed to increase the performance of the marker. Typically, a gun working on CO2 will require a much higher dwell setting for reliable performance. A gun working on compressed air with lighter weight bolts or QEVs will work at a much lower dwell setting, which will give much better performance at high rates of fire, as well as better air efficiency. So what we're going to do first here is go through the programming mode of changing the dwell on a marker to show how to properly set the dwell on a gun for any configuration it is set up to. First thing I want to do is hold the trigger down while I power on the marker. Now if the gun is set to tournament lock on, which this one currently was, you'll notice that the board just went to glowing constant green, which means that the board just powered on and vision mode is on, which means the board did not enter programming mode. So my tournament lock is on. To turn the tournament lock off, I want to power the board back off again, and I want to hold the trigger down while I plug the battery onto the 9-volt battery snaps. You'll see, if you watch the LED while I do this, it's going to flash green or red. Red indicates the tournament lock is on, and green indicates that the tournament lock is off. So I want to leave it to the green setting, which is going to allow me to enter programming mode with the gun now. Obviously the reason for doing that is that the grips must be removed to change the tournament lock setting to on or off, which is what makes the gun field legal.